So here's Donald. He came in today. We set the appointment complete. He had his perio maintenance visit today. And now we want to schedule his next appointment. So what I'm going to do is go over here and make recall, the second button right there. But first, let me go in and look at his treatment plan. He's got some treatment in here, but he doesn't have any recalls in here. So keep this in mind, because normally when you schedule another appointment, you're going to have to tie treatment to it. That's why this is such a slick feature. Okay, I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to go make recall. If he's got other appointments in there, and he does, then this screen will pop up, and you go down here. You can either schedule his whole family, or in this case, we're only going to schedule him. So I'm going to click on that button, schedule recall. And look what happens. It created the appointment out here and is giving me different times and dates to choose from. But you notice it skipped out 4 months. Okay, it knows what 4 months from now is. The other thing is, look at the other things that it put in this appointment. Let's put it over here where we can look at it a little bit better. So it added all these things into that appointment. These are the things that Donald will be due for when he comes in on that date. So for instance, his perio maintenance is not due today because he just had that done, but it will be due in 4 months. And these other things will also be due. These are the other recall timers that are running in there. It will automatically populate these procedures into that appointment. That's what's so slick about this. You don't have to manually enter these things one at a time, and maybe you forget one. It makes it a little bit more difficult to make that appointment. It's all automated. It's all correct. It's going to skip out to exactly the right time out here in the future. You don't have to use that one. You could put the clipboard back, put it back on the pinboard, and we can go look at this one if you want to. Let's schedule him on this date. So lots of advantages to doing it this way. The other advantage is, and we see this happen all the time, most insurance will cover prophy or perio maintenance after so many per year, or 2 and 12 is a typical sort of thing. So you don't want to accidentally, in the case of a prophy, schedule them in 5 months, 5 months and 3 weeks, because the insurance is not going to pay for it. And now you're stuck. You either have to bill the patient for that, or you have to write it off. And neither one of them is not a very attractive option. By using this auto recall, you don't have to worry about that, because based on the recall timers will keep that mistake from happening. You don't have to count on your fingers, is this 6 months or 4 months or whatever. And by the way, in the case of Donald, we scheduled him for a perio maintenance. If we had not changed his recall type, if he was still a prophy, which was the default, it would have gone out 6 months instead of 4 months, and it would have put in there a prophy instead of a perio maintenance. So lots of advantages to doing it this way. It's got to be set up correctly in Open Dental, and that should be done for you. And once that's done, this should work really, really well.